Hey guys and girls, my name's Dan and welcome back to The Forge. In this episode of Trust Me, I'm a Blacksmith, let's go back to basics. In this series of videos, I'm going to go over some simple basic techniques to help build your practice, make you more efficient and make your work a lot better. Blacksmithing consists of 4 basic techniques: forging, bending and shaping, hole punching and chisel cutting, and then fire welding. I'm going to go over each one of these subjects, break them down into individual pieces and discuss in quite a bit of detail each element. Basically, this way I can give you as much information as possible about techniques that I use on a day-to-day basis that will help. So let's start at the bulk of what most people do as blacksmiths, and that's forging. I'm going to start out with a small drawing out technique and go over each individual element of forging in a lot of detail. So let's get on. In each episode I'll tell you the tools that you need to use and the material that we'll be using. For this exercise we'll be using 200mm of 16mm square or 8 inches of 5/8 mild steel bar. I've got 2 lengths here, you might need more than that. The 2 lengths here are so I can do 2 lots of filming whilst I'm going through the process. You'll need yourself a pair of tongs, and it's important if I say in the exercise to use tongs, to try and use tongs. Developing skills where tongs are used are as important as developing those where you hold the bar by hand or weld a rod on. And you'll also need to get yourself a hammer. Preferably a tong clip will come in handy for these exercises, but if you don't have one, don't worry about it too much. The first thing I'm just going to go over really quickly is talking about setting up your anvil and picking a hammer. I personally like using a Stanley ball peen hammer. I use this hammer for doing all my dressing and finishing, and whilst you're starting out, get yourself a light hammer. A big hammer is going to do you no favours. What you want to do is find about a 2-pound hammer to start with. If you're under the age of 18, I would definitely recommend getting something a little bit lighter, but then again that depends on your size and build. When picking a handle length, you want the handle about as long as your forearm, maybe a bit longer. Anvil. Set your anvil up on a nice sturdy base so it can't move around too much, and also it wants to be sitting somewhere around the height of your knuckles. Right, let's get on. Get your stock nice and hot. The hotter it is, the easier it is to forge. I'm going to place the bar on my hip, and then I'm going to start on the bit and start drawing it down. Turning it through 90 degrees every time. I'm holding the hammer far down on the end of the handle, and I'm lifting the hammer over my head and working that bar down with every blow. This is far too cold now. Okay, so close-ups now of me forging this piece out. So the first thing I like to do is the end. I'm just going to blow, turn it through 90, another blow, turn it through 90, another blow, turn it through 90, and keep repeating that, and keep drawing down the end to sort of get a guide to how the taper's going to look. Imagine like pinching clay. So alternatively, if you don't like the 90 degrees technique, you can do concentric blows. Concentric blows along the length of the bar. Okay, so now I'm going to come slightly higher up this time. And forge along the length. Turn it to 90. and straighten her up. So, same again, all I'm doing, making sure that those tongs stay nice and tight on my hip, work along the length, turn it through 90 degrees and work along that length once again. Nice high blows, just making sure I'm keeping the hammer blades in the same place every time, and just moving this bar backwards and forwards. Hold those tongs nice and tight again on your hip, down the length, nice high blows. Just going to grab now, if you're doing this right, you should be able to keep this bar at a reasonably high temperature for a very long time. Every blow that you're hitting the bar with is causing friction, and that friction reheats the bar every time. Okay, so this is heat number 4. This is my last heat. I'm just going to put the tongs back on my hip. I'm just going to take a lower heat. And just planish this material down, making it nice and central and nice and even. Okay, from the sublime to the ridiculous. This one starts at 16 square and goes down to 6.5-ish, 6. Oh, she's a bit over on that side. That's alright, doesn't matter. Yeah, 6.5, 7 square at the bottom, which is good. And then this one goes all the way down to ridiculously small. 2.5 by 3, is that? 2.5 by 3, and they were 200mm long, or 8 inches. That's now 270mm long, so that's an increase of 70mm. And then in this one is just under 330. It's like 333, so that's 133 increase. So it's quite a nice drawing out technique, and it works quite well. Okay, I hope that was of some help. The next video I'm going to take this, not this one, this was ridiculous. I'm going to take this one down to round and show you how to forge section round. And then the next couple of videos after that will be about set downs. So it'll be a single set down and a double set down. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications if you are already subscribed. I will leave a link to a video up here of something. I'll chuck a video down here for something else. That's my Patreon, and if you click that button there, that'll let you subscribe as well. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you later. Goodbye.